You dance classic, you wish counting. Now when the body I give it people suffering. You dance classic, you wish counting. Now when the body I give it people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know you're rescuing. I said, oh, it's a rescue. I wanna ask you one question. Give the rescue. You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rest. Let me ask you, is the rest? The people say I'm like you. I just wanna ask you one question, now you give the rest. You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rest. It's the rest. The people say I'm like you.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Karen Oliver Klein. Princess Alexa Vanja Corey is seated in the green. We also have Jerome Roosevelt, our guy is also here. We're going to be having a wonderful tripartite edition of the program as always. Right here on 87.9. There are too many things happening in the Republic of Liberia. It is our job to bring those issues to your doorstep. On today's edition, we're going to be looking deeply into the call by ex-rebels. You know, some ex-combatants in our country are preaching the message of battle in the country in the midst of all what's happening with the Guinea Liberia crossing points. Some ex-rebel generals are asking the Liberian government, to give them the authority, and they are also threatening the Guinean people and so forth. What do we make of all of those issues? We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be telling you what we make of the comments they are making. But Naked also made a similar comment. And so we're going to be deeply concerned about those comments coming up from the ex-generals, including Bob Naked, who is the Unity Party votes washer. Right here on the People Station. In between time, we will have, Ruben. Ruben is from the persons living with visual impairment. Those who are visually impaired and other folks from the disabled community will be on the line via the telephone during the course of the second segment. That is right after we are done taking calls on the Guinea Liberia border situation. We're going to be looking into what's happening with the disabled community, because we are told the guys there are eating the crippled people money, the blind people money. That's the easier way we can put it so that it will reach to you. They're eating those who are blind and those who are crippled money. So our brothers and sisters who are physically challenged, visually impaired, have reached out to us to advocate on their behalf. We'll be opening the line so that we can talk to them here on 87.9. Too many things to talk about.
You say you are coming to change things, but we're not seeing changes.
While all of those conversations are ongoing, those of you who are playing the cash giveaway can remember that the more you play, the better your chances are. By dialing *255*1# will give you the opportunity to be a part of those who could be our next winners here on the platform. This applies directly to Lone Star Cell, MTN mobile money users, and those also on the Orange Money network. So Orange *255*7#. And for those of you who are playing by the way of Lone Star Cell, can dial *255*1# on 87.9. The more you play, the better your chances are. Today we're giving $5,000 Liberian dollars. And so as you are listening and we are here, when you pick up your loans as your MTN mobile money form, you stand the chance to win that money. So go and start dialing. If you don't have money in your phone, go and put at least $200, $300, $400 on your phone and start trying your luck. Maybe you'll spend $300 and win $5,000. That's about 4,700 change. The more you play, the better your chances are. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you our sponsors. Crime Stoppers Liberia and Win Liberia.
Crime Stopper Liberia is a community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sign.
From the center to interior, people in the center to your door. Stop it and make it before them before. From the center to interior,
Win big today. Liberia. FL. Yes. For just $100 Liberian or 50 cents United States dollars. Win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to $1 million Liberian dollars. These amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM. Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Karen. Like I said, I'm with the PAC team, Jerome Roosevelt and Princess Alexa Vanjakoli. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good afternoon.
I thought of saying something, but they just slack. So they're just about the position, but I would have said our Benson wished by two Nigerians.
Why?
So Alexa is wearing the Unity Party color.
Yeah, what color are you wearing?
The Nigerian color. Yeah. Mine is like the Nigerian flag. Yours is like the Unity Party.
I still have white.
You still have what?
Of course, I have
Yeah,
white.
well,
So, I mean, there's nothing you can say.
well,
White can be the Guinea Uno color.
No, I'm not wearing Guinea color. Guinea got yellow in the color. I'm not wearing Guinea color.
One of the colors.
I'm not a Guinean. I'm a Liberian. I'm proud to be a Liberian. Although,
but the people who were born where the Guineans are planting their colors to after the constitution is planted, are they still Liberians? Would they be having right to vote? I don't know.
It depends exactly
if
the
the
case based on the outcome. We're going to know, whether they're Liberians or Guineans, but they're going to choose. But we're not going to get there.
No, I'm just asking. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
So
It's the same grain, Lofa County.
if the piece of land in question, if for any reason Guinea would acquire any piece of land on our soil, and the both countries will say, you know what, maybe we're not even Guinea or the flag Guinea live here, or we not want for Guinea live here, or we not want cutting off a land in it. free Guinea citizen for them, let them take it. If you have a village in that place, you had a house there and so forth. If you want to continue living there, you fall under the territorial jurisdiction of the Republic de la Guinée.
Okay.
So you will start to speak French as the official language.
It is not automatic.
No, as the official language. That's what I said.
You'll be speaking, but it sounds
As the official.
complicated because I don't know if you'll be speaking your Kisi.
There are Kisi people in
Guinea has
as well.
Kisi, Guinea has.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It is slightly different, but to some extent, that the sound for the Loma is quite deep because I know when we had an event before, we invited the Masambola Loma from Guinea. They came and they had a group. It sounds the same, but it is, the same way Guinea Pele, Guinea Pele, where I can spoil your horse.
Oh, yeah.
The same way.
So then the couple
Kinda.
understand girl.
Oh yeah.
There are some slack things.
So if you are having a village in the Solomon area, and if the Guinean, God forbid, if they would take the Solomon area, automatically it means if you had a village there, your property would now fall in Guinea. The Guinean government could choose, because you will no longer be entitled to the property. I think that would be the argument. You will no longer be entitled
to that property.
Oh yes, because you have been living there for over 10, 15 years.
I think they're going to say you have to decide.
No. So all of the pieces of land, and this is subject to legal interpretation, other issues, right?
Okay.
But by virtue of the fact that, for example, Guinea is going to say, okay, 800 meters into this place is now Guinean territory. So whether your great-great-grandfather used to make red found there before, the fact that it is for Guinea, it means you were squatting on that land.
Okay. Yeah, it's no longer yours.
It's no longer yours. Even though you got a past grave there, your great-grandma grave there, but the place is no longer your.
So you're going to decide whether to stay?
No, the government of Guinea will decide whether you remain there.
Wow.
Oh no, you do not have authority over the place, bro. You don't. It is for the Republic of Guinea. So the Guinean could decide, okay, since they've been here, maintaining the culture and tradition and so forth, we will be magnanimous enough. So, okay, you know what? We're coming to you guys. But just know, you will pay taxes. You will be paying taxes in Guinea Sefa. You will be pledging allegiance to any flag that red, yellow, and green. No longer red, yellow, green.
Voting.
You'll be voting for.
But then why I just say Guinean one time? Because that's the allegiance.
No, so that's it. So at that level, you remain there. Now, if you want to remain in Guinea as a Liberian, then you will have to do your resident permit. Oh yeah, your Guinean government will have to give you resident permit. You will have to get it. You have to be paying for resident permit everywhere.
When they see you as a former Liberian.
So if you still want to live in Solomon Town, if there's going to be a dispensation when the Guinean government will say, okay, so you guys have horses here, remain here, until the government ready, you will remain there. You could choose to be a Guinean citizen. They will enroll you into their, nationality and so forth, and you want to remain there as a Liberian. Man, you gotta pay for the people residential, permit, and that's. I mean,
I'm not sure.
It is psychological. I'm not sure.
Princess, why you have these skills?
No, but I mean, we're not discussing in the worst case scenario what's gonna happen.
Like we're seeing in the future because the way things are unfolding.
Oh yeah,
we don't know what's going to happen. So I think we're trying to prepare the minds of our people, especially there.
Oh yeah.
So the question is, I'm not sure as to whether Guinea has dual citizenship. Liberia has that. So I don't know. So maybe someone would say I could be a Liberian and still be a Guinean.
No.
Guinea doesn't have.
No, you're not going to do that.
It is not going to work. Let's forget it. Because Guinea is now
just going to be like all of us said. In fact, I believe like that's how it will happen. Because even in our law, if Mr. X says this is my property, John goes to court, and John wins the case. Your property, if they have to leave, John will say the property stay.
If they have a house there, John can say you'll break the house. If John say you're not breaking the house, the house will be there. But if the people are paying rent, they're not paying the rent to join.
I'm talking about the other property that the other people are saying 4 million at the end of the day, nobody will buy it.
Oh yeah, no. So forget that CDC about.
I mean, how call me? Why are you calling me?
Because I'm not a friend.
No, I didn't say CDC. I just saying
But no, that's true.
Yeah.
Before we run to the we have to talk about today. The CDC left that place. Nobody want to buy it.
The place looks like a ghost camp.
You know, nobody want to buy the place.
But they said they were selling it to CDC for 4 million.
Yes, and the reason is
And they were selling it to the new people.
so the the guys in the United Party, most of them are corn artists. Most of them are BM there.
Yeah.
So I told the guys, man, I say you put them in the outside, okay, the 4 million like this.
Yeah.
I see put them in outside, okay, the 4 million for the play buy. So listen, we want it because we want to say that we don't want to do. So we're not proud of headquarters. We found one of our men, who are businessmen, buy from you, and the man will, put businesses there, build hotels,
and break everything for nobody to sleep there.
Including your grandma home, including your own grandma home. So imagine the police want to seize the headquarters. The main building CDC to use as their administrative office.
Yeah.
It's from the Archibald Bernard, the mother.
Okay.
Mr. Bernard's wife.
Wow.
Yeah, the man who got the people broke it down. I mean, almost like y'all got your family and the only horse in the family. Yeah. The horse are supposed to unite you. Anytime you
see the horse, you remember.
The horse are, anytime you see the horse, when you got confusion, you go in the horse. Once you sit down there, I feel it all. Yeah. Yeah, I feel CDC were using as a headquarters, the family hall. After the T5 school, where the political office is and so forth. Yeah, so you say, remember, we bring everything down. It could be old man hall, they broke it down. And you see, people say right now, if people go there, I say, man, go buy the place, people not die before we know where we put business there, so see.
You remind me about on Nigerian movies or Sophia. He took somebody came from the city. He said they were married, daughter, and then the person saw his house. The person said, that young levy, hey, tomorrow you got to break this one down with pay 1 million. He said no. Before you pay 1 million,
That's smart.
Oh, yeah. So you be food them stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe them just try you be doing like getting food.
I posted, I think it was 2 days ago, and I was like there, I mean, the whole country is a whole dig hole, cover hole, and reopen hole.
Oh yeah.
Because everywhere you go, you're trying to close one space, another one's trying to, open. So it is like really, really interesting at this point in time.
The new ghost town is the Ministry of Transport. I passed there every day.
No, Ministry of Transport, yeah, somebody part that there.
Yeah, I can just recall or remember.
Just a funeral home.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Transport, yeah, funeral home. They didn't do anything that means anymore. No document, nothing. They mean everything just sit down.
It's like a pure form of corruption because
they're not working. They're not working. So why are we paying them?
Yeah, and then
why are we paying them?
Usually they don't come to work.
No, so I mean that's what happened when the government take the labyrinth job and give it to foreigners. That's what will happen. So yeah, so Ministry of Transport is a funeral ground.
Yeah.
You go there, everybody's sad, quiet, nothing happening there,
The one strong man, active man, where when you go there, you see the place.
Oh, yeah.
The place, this place active.
Expediter, they're moving with all lessons and everything, this and that. I told me just dry the area. The employees are left to live with their salary. And the salary will come and take it from you because they're not working.
Yeah, but that's it.
We're going to come to that job, I'll go find a different job for you.
Mm-hmm.
The government rather reassign you to different entities
somewhere where you actually work.
Yeah. But if you work from the home, you can't say I'm trying to be the government will pay you for that.
Who knows how many person can go to work? Who?
But even the minister said there was any level the minister said would be less busy because you don't do anything, right?
This is like
the vice president should go home.
This is demotivating because you don't have any work to do. You get up in the morning, you go to your office, you're going to sign in. I don't know if they're still signing in.
Still signing in.
You sign in, you just sit around.
They had driver license. So what we paying driver for? No, so they have driver license. All lesson department they had director. They had director for plate.
Spiritual.
Yeah, they had director for plate something. Then they had the department for building to build. they got almost
projects and things.
almost 30 individuals in that place used to be doing building, document, all that thing, So what are they doing now? So you look at 50, look at 50, when 12 guys put together, go back over. That's bull crap.
But you're gonna spend more. You're gonna spend more.
Because you're imagining transportation.
No car again.
Yeah,
no car.
When you try to go,
Yeah, so I think way back when I said that, like, I want to say something, but I'm not saying. I wanted to say something, but I will not say.
Are you feeling for them? I feel for them because
I do. They're like
they are Liberians. They are Liberians,
and we have young people there who were trying to just survive, go to school, to take care of themselves and all that. And now you have this happening.
A wicked government.
It is really, really sad because. And the funny thing is, one of the things that makes it very sad, you're there now and you know that you're going to be sent home in the next couple of weeks or months because you're not working, and I'm not sure the government will want to continue paying you when you're not, rendering any services to the government. So you have to go back home. So you're there not working, you're there now receiving maybe one or two, but at the end of the day, you're worried because you will be out of job sooner or later. So, yeah.
So this is appalling, and that is exactly where we are. Okay, that is exactly where
all of them say the fish under the dry water. How do you usually sing that song? Jones Dopo,
Oh, the freedom fighter.
The water
That's what the face will now.
But again,
was that the same guy who did so sweet cassava?
Yeah, he's the same person, Jones Dopo. He got the story behind him.
The English teacher.
We know.
I don't know him to be the English teacher.
Before we proceed, I want Liberians to listen. And this is the most serious part of the conversation we want to have. I want Liberians to listen and pay key attention to what we're about to play. Right after the first round of the elections, when we were headed for the second round, there were religious people who were prophesizing. I remember the pastor from the Liberty Christian Church in Johnsonville took the Liberian flag and gave it to Joe Barker. When Barker went to the church, Johnsonville gave the Liberian flag to Joe Barker, and symbolically, he was giving the flag to Joe Barker, representing the matter of authority, being given to the woman. And he did that before the election. So cleverly, you would tell that he was indirectly campaigning for Homer Joe Barker. But it is a matter of religion. You don't want to talk about it before member then guy start getting issues and start talking these days.
But that was implied.
But obviously,
yeah.
When you got two people in election, as a man of God, and you take the Liberian flag and go to one person, when the election is in a few days, you already take that. Whether God tell you to do it or the God tell you to do it, you take that. But at that level, he said Joe Barker was the chosen one. Now, while that was done, another man of God from Ghana told the entire world that if President Barker had become president of this country, if Liberians had gone to work to elect Mr. Barker, that Ghanaian pastor said, I'm going to play his voice. He said, there will be calamity.
Who will suffer? Which will suffer? Everybody will suffer. You see, all the four classes of human will suffer. We will suffer out of Liberia, but that's the message of the Lord in Liberia. If you put that opposite of the king of Okali, the president, Liberia will sink. Calamity will befall Liberia. We don't expect joy again. The name Liberia will crash. This person asks nothing to offer you.
Spiritual level will die. If the best man to forgive John is Joshua, vote in and it will be better than ever.
Okay, so the Ghanaian pastor, the Ghanaian prophet at the time, he was clear. And he made it clear, he said, if the country are going to work to vote for Mr. Baka, you said something? There will be disaster, there will be this, there will be that, and there will be so forth. So you had two different opinions from the religious perspective. Like I told you, the pastor from the Liberty Church in Johnsonville took the Liberian flag and gave it. Okay, he's a Nigerian pastor. Sorry, the pastor is from Nigeria. So the pastor from the Liberty Christian Church took the Liberian flag and gave it to President Baka. But then he was Kennedy Baka and said, you know, he just gave the flag. Automatically, the implication was that he didn't know what God chose. Then the Nigerian prophet said, if you take the country and give the country to Roman Jew, the poor will suffer, the rich will suffer, the name Liberia will be reduced to the mud, there will be calamity. And we listen to him.
We will suffer. The Liberians will suffer. There will suffer.
There will be economic hardship, poor will suffer. I mean, that's why he said there will be economic hardship, poor will suffer.
Rich will suffer.
The rich will suffer. The rich people will suffer.
Average people will suffer.
The average people will suffer. Those who are not rich, those who are not poor, they will still suffer. I mean, let us know and see whether the three of us can do a correlation as to what he said with what's happening today.
You see, all the four classes of human will suffer.
All the four classes of human beings in the country will suffer. That's what he said.
We will suffer above of Liberia. The next president of the North of Liberia. If you put that opposite of the king of the country, the president, Liberia will sink.
Liberia will sink. That's what he said.
Calamity will befall Liberia.
Calamity will befall Liberia. That's what he said.
You don't expect joy again.
You don't expect joy again.
The name Liberia will crash.
The name Liberia will crash. What do you mean?
This person has nothing to offer you.
The president got nothing to offer you. It took Ministry of Transport job and gave it to 11 people.
Spiritual Liberia will die. If the best man is
okay, so Jerome.
And I would like for Jerome to say something because
Jerome,
the men are pastor.
this is very serious because at the level, let me say something before you come in, right? When this prophecy came up, you know I'm a Christian. Grew up in the United Methodist Church. Later on, I had to leave, and the whole country knew the reason.
I always like that part. You had to leave.
Yeah, I had to leave.
But Oliver,
No, hold on.
no. Let me say something.
No, wait, Jerome.
No, you have to just once you have left, check that part.
No, leave it. I mean, are you not a married lawyer? You're not a good lawyer. So I mean, I just have to make it clear, right? For me, the issue of prophecy. Those who are from the United Methodist Church, we Methodist people know that we are not too more into all that Holy Ghost fire, blah 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 blah. You know, look at it.
Yeah, Lofa people will suffer.
You know, yeah. Look at it. Not that they are not truthful, but we got suspicion. And let me be honest with everybody. The very first time I heard this Nigerian prophet, after around the election when he was prophesying, I was like, you know what? I'm not saying he's lying, but I just don't believe it. You know, yeah. I mean, that's my upbringing. You know, I didn't believe that. You will go to America tomorrow. I see your vision. I ain't saying a lie. I ain't saying not truth, but my spirit may can take it like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't take that serious from the beginning. But going to inauguration, the tank of fire in one country, killing over 50 human beings. Remember the fire?
The feeding for
The gasoline tanker? I said, David is not a Russian.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
The
saying,
president had gone there to give,
yeah.
you know.
Then the Broad Street at the party headquarters.
Thank you. The party headquarters, the vehicle running the people.
And we had different fires.
Turn the radio in the whole country now. Almost every day there was some kind of fire outbreak in this country. And the rest of it, when we started seeing. So when it started happening, I say, anyway, that's what people say, do not. And that's what we tend to you. That's what people say, do my prophet do it?
Yeah.
You know, no harm. So that's why I say I'm not gonna doubt religious people anymore.
No, wait. Don't go forward. What I tell you.
But
Oliver grew up as a Christian, and he is unable to talk about.
no, it is very serious, right?
Just not
So at this level, by playing this, I just want to hear from you, Jerome, whether all of what he was saying are the things manifesting today. What do you say?
First of all, to clear the process, I'm not a pastor,
Okay, or deacon.
nothing like that. But
Okay.
however, when we stretch within, because we can't say this without talking about the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, when we stretch within the Bible, many people do not know there is one prophet who is up there, and even his boss wasn't compared to him. He died and took mantle with him to the grave. And when they went to bury some people where he died, a bone touched those people, and he raised. They rose from the dead.
Wow.
He came back to life. So, and mind you, the person who was with him, the person just didn't believe in him.
Who the prophet? I call the prophet name.
Elisha.
Okay.
Even Elijah, like Elisha, was behind. If you check it, people will argue, but there was nothing Elisha said that went in vain.
It was Elisha. The children were, mocking at
Elijah.
and they say, were they mocking at Elijah or Elisha?
That Elijah.
Okay.
But Elisha was the one that was behind Elisha. Elijah gave the mantle to Elisha.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Elisha got the mantle from Elijah and added his. So he had double portion.
Back to the Nigerian pastor.
So the point here is when people prophesy all over, the generation we have today, they will not believe.
In all fairness, I didn't believe from the beginning.
They're not going to believe.
I didn't believe it from the beginning. In all fairness.
There was a time where the people were pressing Jesus to show miracle. He said, I'm not going to show any miracle. I'm not able to do miracle. This generation is too hostile.
Our generation.
No, I'm telling you on a serious note.
Let's pay attention.
I'm paying attention. He has to take it easy. Reverend, take it easy.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me tell you that kind of stuff, and we'll just talk about the politics. And because I want to go deep, but let's just forget about that, because if I go in deep, many people will get afraid. But let's just talk on the subject of politics. So let's go to the liberal issue, huh? Because we all about balance and we're waiting for some of them.
Go ahead.
So, do you know in Liberia, all of those messages that were coming, there were Christians, there were religious people who were saying, even in the church, because President Lula was president, they were not raising more offering.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know some churches.
Yeah.
Even before my church could go in confusion, I know what people are saying.
So they were only trying to tell you that our minds are made up. So whether God can speak, God can speak.
That's it.
We're not going to listen.
That's it.
We want to see. And that is why I can tell people when God say all over, that you don't supposed to lead the people in the church. You know what? You are in danger. That thing where people can be doing around here, the pastor, they acting big. No. You know why Moses didn't go to the promised land? No. Huh? Because God only told him, go for that people and bring them. At one point, Moses referred to God as evil and wicked. So, yeah. So,
Because God did? tell him that they will be stubborn.
The people were the straw and the bricks. They were making the bricks at the same time. The other people were making the straw. The Israelites were making the straw, the bricks, and part of the Egyptian people were making the straw. But when Moses went there, when God said, the Pharaoh there said, look, also you're less busy.
I will double your job.
Yeah, you can come and can't tell me say God say. What do you mean God? For who you call God?
I tell you.
So for that day, the Pharaoh there said, you all will fix the bricks
and the straw. And they were complaining and said, Moses,
and that's when you read the scripture there, Moses said, God, you are wicked. Because the people then were here. So the job of Moses is not to go bank thing on and provide water. Just take the people here and bring them. So they were giving Liberians, this is what you're going to experience when you bring Bouaka to power. Now, the spirit sees beyond Bouaka. You can say about Bouaka OS, you can say about Bouaka developmental idea. He worked with Ellen, he understands the politics, he has 47 years experience, but the spirit sees this man heart. When they're taking your land, and then may not get hard to tell you, say, well, let's stop taking the people's land. You say, God, I'm making land. And then man will tell you, say, me, if it costs for me to go to the devil, I will go there, but I won't win.
And man will say, if I don't win the election, that will be the end of the country.
But the other man, he doesn't have that heart. So I have observed the same heart. When people talk about Saul keep looking for animal, the people crying for leader, they don't even know Saul, but because they saw him use Thor in this, they said I saw the one. Samuel got verse, and that song.
Okay.
Samuel got verse. But you see now in Liberia, everybody is now crying that Bouaka did, Bouaka that. So it brings this prophecy that what the man said, what the man was saying during the election, whether you are a Liberian pastor, you get a flare, the man prophecy has beaten your own because you didn't consult God. Your message didn't come from God, and we have seen the reality.
Okay, so I don't want you to judge because the very Bible says we should not judge. Now, Alexa, what he prophesied and what's happening in the country, is there a line of correlation?
Okay, so firstly, I'd like to say, I'm not really big on.
I don't even want you to go there.
I'm not really big on all of these things about prophecies and whatnot. But again, I'm just going to focus on what was said. I'm going to consider that as literature, right? Because I don't want to make it too spiritual or religious. But from the ascendancy of Mr. Bouaka as Liberia's president, we have seen series of unfortunate events unfold in this country. From the day he was inaugurated, we saw exactly what happened to him as the president. That was something that went all over, in fact. How the president, whether he fainted or he had heat stroke, a lot was said and all that. The second State of the Nation address, again, something happened. The third, something happened. But before that, a lot happened with fire incidents. For me, I was very clear on that. At a point in time, we were here every day on this platform. We were discussing something else, and we have, news stories coming in. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3 different buildings are on fire. So that was like really, really, I don't want to say suspicious, but it was somehow strange. We're not saying we have not or we did not experience fire incidents in the past, but we're discussing just the intervals and the time, the numbers of incidents. So that was like something that was very, very somehow. And they said the rich people will suffer, the poor people will suffer. So now everybody started working. You get car, but you don't know what's happening. You don't get car, you don't know what's happening. Like, you have a lot of people working. So a lot has happened. And if you ask me if there's a correlation, I would say, yeah, to some extent there is. Because whether you're rich, LDC is giving you trouble. Whether
you're rich, you don't have LDC.
Exactly.
Whether you put no LDC right now.
Yeah. So plenty happening in a time. For real, in Liberia, a lot has happened in the last 2 years, and a lot is still happening. And now the most recent one, where we have serious issues at the border, and Liberians are looking forward to a solution that's sustainable, not just temporary. And now you have Guinea, taking actions against Sierra Leone, and they're closely coming to us because they're already in our country from the Lofa end. and that is not okay. So I think nothing is happening because even rich people and someone is scared. But
Okay.
that what's going to happen? We don't want to have a like a we don't want to reimagine what happened during the Civil War and all that. So of course, there is a correlation I think between these things. What the you say he's a prophet, right? What the Nigerian man said, the prophet as he's called, what he said was happening. That's that. But again, normally people really believe this because usually when you have campaigns, when you have elections, you have different people who are having different views. So from the initial stage, people thought this was just one of the rhetorics. But now, what's happening? I don't know. Let's continue to go as a country and see again how far it is going to take us.
Okay, and there's a reason. Please tend to this. There's a reason why. There is a reason why I thought to begin the conversation with this particular prophecy. Now, the reason is just simple. Yep. The reason is just simple. 2 days ago, we heard former rebels, and we're going to play their voices in connection to the Lofa County situation. This is what they were saying.
They should withdraw. They should withdraw their men. They should withdraw their men. Who came in like warrior with a single barrel. A single barrel. Who took weapon upon weapon. And a marine. Who only would do all. And what simply I will tell the Guinean government, they should withdraw. They should withdraw their men. They should withdraw their men. Who came in like warrior with a single barrel. A single barrel. Who took weapon upon weapon. And a marine. Who only would do all. And what simply I will tell the Guinean government, they should withdraw. They should withdraw their men. They should withdraw their men. Who came in like warrior with a single barrel. A single barrel. Who took weapon upon weapon. And a marine. Who only would do all. And what simply I will tell the Guinean government, they should withdraw. They should withdraw their men. They should withdraw their men. Who came in like warrior with a single barrel. A single barrel. Who took weapon upon weapon. And a marine. Who only would do all. And what simply I will tell the Guinean government, they should withdraw.
Okay. Now, this is one of the reasons why I thought for us to start with the pastor's prophecy. When you listen to the ex-rebels in another edition, you will hear the guy saying this particular stuff. Listen to
Free
him.
our people. Our father told us, say, fire reply fire. What fire come from that devil fire there? So they shouldn't feel that our president, but you said that you are giving an ultimatum 1 week that the Guinean soldiers to withdraw. I was asking you, in what capacity you are speaking, because you hold no position right now, you are not in authority. No matter, don't think I'm not on payroll. The time we're fighting along with Tida, we're not on payroll. So we fight for freedom. We free our people. Our father told us, say, fire reply fire. What fire come from that devil fire go there? So they shouldn't feel that our president, but you said that you are giving.
Okay. So a couple of days ago, I mean, not many days though, we have former rebels, whether in Nimba or where they were, giving Guinea ultimatum to leave the different border points. I'm going to run with this and we'll be done with it. Elisa Jerome, we brought the prophet's statement from the beginning because I think the calamity that he talked about are the things that we are seeing popping up. And it is important that people like us stand in the gap to discourage it. before you could speak, General Bob Naked, the guy who used to go from polling center to polling center, threatening CDC supporters and threatening war. Bob Naked was training rebels in this country, calling them vote protection, working on yama yama. You are training real armed men in this country during the election. And when people are Bob Naked like that, Joe Biden was depending on when he said, if he are not winning the election, that would be the end of Liberia. We got a statement here. We can play President Biden voice every day. Any you want to play, we play. Bob Naked also issued a statement giving the same Guinea ultimatum that they should leave or else he will move in and ride it to the border. He Bob Naked and Mene Jerome will be inside Conakry or other places. Now, the government of Liberia is yet to bring both Bob Naked and the generals to book. The last time we heard them talk about information dissemination, they were putting more on the media. And today, they are yet to bring Bob Naked to order. Bob Naked should be arrested for trying to interfere with a negotiation process that Liberia is into. Do you know the Guineans can listen to Bob Naked? That is his statement. The Guineans can look at Bob Naked proximity to the government. Oh yes, Bob Naked was a supporter. He is still a supporter of President Joe Biden. In fact, when Joe Biden went to Grand Union County, to do a political burial or some kind of do, and they said, Bob Naked went there with his men with the intention of responding to Yaga Koluba. The videos are available. He still enjoys the confidence of the government. For Bob Naked to threaten Guinea in the face of a diplomatic arrangement says a lot about why we need to speak out as a people in this country. So after Bob Naked, this group of old rebels decided to come and issue their own ultimatum to the Guinean government. Now let me say this, and Jerome and Alexa will come in and we'll go and take calls and see if we can talk to our disabled people for some minutes. Why it is true, and I'll say this, why it is true that the Guineans are on our soil, that we are not happy with it, why it is true that we are disappointed in the government over the government's inability to declare in truth what is happening with the negotiation. We do not think it is important for people to be beating war drums. For me, I particularly, I am frowning at the old general. We will not create a situation where 40 people who ain't go to school, who ain't got any professional career, will not create any opportunity for them to loot the country. We will not encourage anything that will make you to loot people properties and cause you to kill innocent people again in the country. You Bob Naked, the blood you suck in the fair war, the blood you drank, enough. You're not drinking nobody's blood in the country anymore. Because we can be talking about negotiating. And you jump into threatening Guinea, you can threaten Guinea. You think that I will fighting when nothing with a single barrel and some fully dumping, and you can consider that. We're in a modern dispensation where people using jets, fighting jets. Different fighting helicopters, fighting in the air, dropping bombs here and there. Drones, the fighting with drones. You do not know say I was stealing people pig and bear goat, eating people chicken and cow. That warrior killing ordinary citizens. You think I want to come in college and you that way give you ultimatum? Oh, so your whole life now that you got to be living around to be in an environment where people will be killing people. That your only life, you Bob Naked. That the change where you say you change? That the evangelism where you say you started? That the God where you say call you? Oh, God call you call yourself back? And you can say, you want to get Guinea ultimatum? Why we are disappointed in our government? in handling the battles, solving or whatever the case is, especially when they are not willing to tell us the real truth, we still do not think going into armed conflict with our neighbors is the best thing. No. We are interrelated. Just so you know, there are Liberians who are married to Guineans. There are Guineans who are married to Sierra Leoneans. Sierra Leoneans married to Liberians. The Mother Union is a whole family. One problem in one Mother Union country will affect the other country. Do you know how many Guineans live in Liberia? Do you know how many Liberians live in Guinea? Do you know how many Sierra Leoneans are in Conakry and people from Guinea in Freetown, vice versa? And the only thing you have to open your mouth to talk about the other one can't tell you, thing with Taylor and Taylor authorities are firing and reply fire. That nonsense of the export country. That nonsense fire, the short fire, how making Liberia is the oldest country, the most better country, the most underdeveloped country, the country with the lowest IQ. That's how many countries fall. And today we're still fighting. People still holding water with gallon in Central Moravia. You're nonsense what you're doing. No patience. You ain't got patience for one thing. You ain't got patience. Everything about you that can go and fight. See no job at all. If I don't win the election, you'll be the end of Liberia. What kind of mentality is that? Like everything that will happen, you don't even have any second thought. But the only thing you do is destruction. And we are disciplining the government. If the government brings the boat, the government will not arrest anybody in the country for reckless talking. Because bondmakers support that you know where he is, you know us. You know why you appointed him, you know who pay in this country. You said there such an individual who is an associate of the spy agency in this country is involved with saying what kind of dangerous national security issue, and you said got him? You know what people made out of American statement? And you said be moving around? You got to call them former rebel. Do we got anything to call former rebel in the country? We got any organization called former rebel in the country? The war ended with y'all. If you did not go through rehabilitation, you learn no different skills. You better go to one parking station and be parking car. We loading car because that's what you have. You can be tracking the peace of the country. And people also want to build and want to start looting. And people kind of want to drive in and want to start looting. Because what you want to do. All you want to do. Because somebody got something, all of them got black glasses in their faces, sitting in front of stuff. This is wrong. By this time, we should be looking for the best solution. That's why all of us calling on the government, and I'm going to submit on this one quickly because I don't want to bore you all with little convo. We should be asking the government to tell us what do the Guineans want, what do they want from us. What will happen for the Guineans to say we are okay or we are satisfied? Then we can have the conversation. Until then, it is premature, it is counterproductive, it is evil, it is diabolical for any Liberian to think the best way we can solve the problem is to go fight. You know what will happen when we start the fight? Who told you that we'll be fighting to the border? Who told you when the fight when we intend to fight it will be right to the border? Who told you? Who told you? The country I won't boom. Your reporter will America won't boom. Roll ya boom. Right away using the net will be flying. You did not get it. You just talk about helicopter or airplane. Guinea, you won't do what you do. You know airplane Guinea get. Besides that, whatever the equipment or not, we are not supposed to fight. We are not supposed to fight. We are supposed to explore all other diplomatic channels. And that's why we do not want government supporters to be preparing, to be suggesting fighting. Because the air rebels and the very broad naked man himself, who calling for fighting to be the solution, giving Guinea ultimatum, all of them, according to our own background investigation, 99.9% of all of them who calling for fighting are people who support this government. If there is an ulterior motive for who you want to join the fighting, you got to stop. As I submit, when we're coming up playing football small, when you're on the football field, they say they may not beat you, you're going to run and break the pole. And y'all know say they may not beat you 4-5-0, Y'all can break the poll, and when y'all got the football, y'all tell everyone and carry room. Once the game did not end in the time y'all supposed to end it for, the whole record shows that the game ended in confusion and nobody can claim that they won. If you guys feel the lines that you told the people during the election, you are not able to live up to your campaign promises, all of the things you said you would have done, you're not doing it. If governance issues giving you a hard time and y'all want to have behind instability, no, beg y'all. Y'all make the country peaceful. The country was in one piece. We turn it over to y'all in 2024. Y'all will keep the country in one piece and turn it over in 2030. Nobody will support you to fight anywhere. And I say this, nobody will support you to fight anywhere. Dialogue is the way forward. We will go through the regional approach. We'll go through the continental approach. We'll go through the international approach. And there will be solution. We will not fight. We will not support anything fighting. We know the political game behind all that your suggestion of fighting. Who told you say somebody can be doing Yamanyama fighting? Then maybe I say, okay, you know what? See it happening today, we take what? No, nobody taking over the country. We will be a democratic space. If it is proven that the piece of land Guinea won, if it is Guinea original land, when there are records to show that Guinea got it, we will call on the government to get Guinea the land. And the new boundary will put it will get brave fence with brave fence. It will get Saham with Ologisi Mountain and brave fence with brave fence to protect it. But we would never sit in it and support anything that will involve armed conflict with our neighbors. So you Bob Naked, if you done what you done 1990, if you still want to drink some more blood, we'll bet you. It's easy. Go from Penegade, pregnant all of them, where you boil a cherry for you after 5 years, you can pack all your cherry one day, get it, and drink the blood. But you're not going to cause more war in the country where people will die innocently because you want to put some blood-sucking demon attached to you. They're not your business. But we're not do that. And the other men who said, oh, from a rebel, you have found something to do. So you got grandchildren. Find something to do. The man you brought the power, you should be giving you a job. You should be giving you opportunity. If you guys are working in one company, one factory, you're not be talking to you from a rebel, one fair. The government should do something about the men who make those kind of statements. Because you can't say you're in negotiation with Guinea, but you got people making reckless statements. As I submit, people putting more say what Yeke will say, they live in Guinea. They criticize him. They should file lawmaker warning. They should not criticize Yeke. All the lawmakers, they criticize Yeke. But no unity party man is criticizing Bob Naked. Who is checking the fight? Who are you to get Guinea up with the Prime Minister still in contact with your counterpart in Guinea? Who are you, Bob Naked, to give ultimatum when Joe Biden insisted backing money to do million? Who are you? And if the government was sitting and allowed that to happen without looking into it, then it means the government is supporting the guys covertly to cause instability because they're hiding something. I submit Alexa and Jerome. After you guys, we'll go to the lines and take calls.
Okay, so I've always said on this platform that one of the things, or one of the groups I don't like is a group of hypocrites, or anyone who is hypocritical but pretends to be someone who is not. And I'm saying this to me, we have seen different views from different people. Besides, the issue at the border is not anything to be political about. From the onset, we've always talked about, we've recommended some things, even though at some point we have to go political based on the different statements from different people. But what's happening there? I will repeat. I said this yesterday. I said this last week again, some parts of last week, and I'm saying it today. The government needs to be clear with information dissemination. That is one of the most important parts at this point. However, all these different talks. Yesterday we had a conversation and we played Yeka Kolba's voice here. Jeremy was one of the people who said, "Oh no, I don't want to say too much," and I like it because he was being very honest. He is not a hypocrite. Yesterday, Yeka Kolba was not hailed by us for how he, presented himself in pieces of information, and he should not be celebrated based on what he says today because the tables have turned. However, we tried to consider what he said if what he said was accurate. And after Yeka Kolba made that statement, there were people who were saying, "Hey, this is treason." So Yeka Kolba can be saying it in it. And people were sending us to the Constitution to check out the Constitution that, treason is something that's very, everybody knows that it is a very bad thing. You're speaking against a country in ways that are not, productive and all of these different things. Today, we're playing the voice or the combined voices altogether of ex-rebels in this country. But Naked was one of the first people who made some level of comment about he could go there to Guinea and do this and do that. And now you have other people joining him. I said I hate people who are hypocritical, and I hate a group of people that is hypocritical. But Naked, when this whole thing started, we talked about, hey, deploy some members of the armed forces of Liberia. And some of you said that's not the best way to go because we're not fighting war. We're going diplomatic, so we have to use diplomacy to solve what was happening. Hence, Joseph Boakai went to Guinea to have a conversation with the president of Guinea and then go back to the country. He addressed the nation as well. Because we are still trying to explore every diplomatic effort that's available at this point. Whilst a lot of you condemned citizens and opinion leaders calling for the presence of the armed forces of Liberia at the border, here we are, some supporters, not some, but what Naked is a serious supporter of this rescue mission. He was one of those people who has said he organized an entire group of young men who said they were here to protect their votes. Other than that, when the president, then Joseph Boakai, Ambassador Boakai, said if he did not win or whatever happened would be the end of Liberia, but Naked, he was one of those people elevating and re-echoing that particular statement. And today we're having this problem where we're going through this where we have issue with Guinea and our people in Lofa County, they're going through a lot, and you have all these statements that are not to be made at this point in time. Ex-rebels, number one, they should not have any space in our country. They shouldn't have any space in our society to have a voice, to speak. No. When all of you were talking about war and economic crimes court to prosecute people who had committed atrocities back in the day, Prince Johnson was at the forefront. He was the main character. And you forgot about Butt Naked and other people. Now you have these rebels. They're saying to us they're ready to go to Guinea. Like, why are they even having the courage? Why are they even having the face to speak in the midst of all of these things that are happening? They should not have a voice. They should not have any platform. So this is also a moment where the Ministry of Information should come out and say, hey, we're discouraging this statement, and they should come out to also say, hey, do not say this on behalf of Liberia because we're not sending you as a government. But no, nobody's saying it because people are hypocritical, as I said. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to condemn it because this thing was said a couple of hours ago. I haven't seen anyone in authority condemning what was said. We don't need this. This country does not need this. Liberia does not need this. The president had, based on what is written on Front Page Africa, he said that the president had officially written the president of France to intervene. So while Joseph Boakai and his team, they're trying to reach out to different people, international partners, even though they are told us not to worry. So I don't know why they're even reaching out to those people. It's funny though, because if you tell me, say, don't worry, the thing already settled, why are you going on the other side? you know. But we're going to leave it like that. I guess that's another conversation for another day. But Liberia is not ready to be plunged into discussion as what happened a couple of years back, the Civil War. I guess it started small and went big. So, but naked or whoever naked, I mean, in fact, he said he was pastor now. So I don't know how can he. That what happened? Anyway, pastors look at that. Yeah.
Maybe Joshua will be Joshua.
Exactly.
Once a killer, always a killer.
Always. But that man was heavily supported. He was heavily praised by the quote unquote some of the rescue missionaries because he protected them to some extent. He created a group that instilled fear.
I wish he could call. I know somebody told him we're discussing.
That instilled fear.
I wish he could call.
But Nick, if you're listening to us, you should not have voice in what we're experiencing right now.
You yourself confess that you hate people cheering in the country.
Set this one out.
You want kids to move?
I watched a documentary quite recently when you were being asked about what happened about eating him or had him. I was on your TV in the office there on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And you were explaining. So, what nigga, if you're listening to us and people like bring English, not everything you put your more in. Be 1 year. Yeah, you're not gonna make it hard for people. Where you can go to Guinea to capture who or capture what, we don't want that from you. So stay away from this discussion. All of you are making things very difficult and hard on your president because while you were discussing moving into Guinea ex-rebels, you have your president reaching out to other people internationally, the president of France, to intervene based on Front Page Africa's report. So we have to manage ourselves. We cannot say, when it just started all over and say, AF can be president, why am I going to carry AF? In fact, just because we called for the president of the AFL, you automatically, just thought that we were saying you're going to start shooting, which was not the case. If you can have Guinean people there, the social people there from Guinea, also have your social people there from Liberia to protect their own people and just to be there. Or you say no. But Liberian people go into printing. So we now want ex-rebel and time feeling like, goose name. You can bring your past the story here to all.
Okay.
Baking your time finish.
Okay. Jerome, you're done?
Yeah, I think you people have said everything. But one thing I just like to say, you stress a good point, Oliver. There shouldn't be any space where people wanting to hold on to power to say, there is a war in Guinea, so we can go ahead with elections. So we will look at the diplomatic angle and continue to speak on that. For those people who think that 36 years ago, if you fought war, if you were a general 36 years ago, and in this modern time, you still think that 36-year record.
And you still so big anything.
You see,
so many documentaries as well, Lala.
Yeah. That's one thing I was saying. I think the guy who come to conduct that interview was from either from Europe, but I don't know the main country. Actually, anyway, asking him, and he was there explaining narrative. But he talks too much. Yeah,
and that is man decides to do things for himself than to do things for God, because you cannot say you have stopped killing people. The government hasn't yet reached to the point where they can call you to come defend the country. Then you blowing. But there are gorillas who've been killed by Jews. Not even go hard behind there.
David and Goliath.
Yeah,
like the story from the Bible. You see what happened? I know that spiritual thing happened, but I'm just discussing side.
This is modern time where the people are using June.
In fact, our generation should not even witness that nonsense when they get
it. So
I
don't want the Unity Party or the CDC people or whosoever people should be embracing the echoing of.
No, they should not.
If you feel your life yesterday, if you feel your generation, leave other one of the people perform.
Election will happen in the country, but nigga, all of the offer war. All the offer war in the country.
And other ex-rebels, they're in the past. So I think they should stay there.
Your dumb is the country.
That tells you all about Princess.
They should not.
If they were in opposition,
oh my God,
what they would have said or done. But it's so good that that's where we are. Nobody will push these people. they will continue to show there's something they call, before I end, there's something they call the weather of Bruce. Huh? When the rain ready to fall, nobody can go call the weather, so can't show if the rain will fall. When the sun ready to shine, you will see the weather. These people there, nobody will run behind them. The weather will Bruce.
Okay.
No remorse at all. No remorse.
Okay, so Bob Maker and your general, your rebel general, please.
Justify it.
Let the government keep talking. Let Ome Joe Baga be begging Dumbuya. We like it that. You know, no, but no, but we like it that. Let Ome Joe be begging Dumbuya. We like it that.
So he has already reached out, according to Frontier Africa, to
President Macron.
Yeah.
President Baga is just suffering himself. And you don't go to the lines quickly. No, let's say this to you. He's just suffering himself.
He doesn't want to be truthful to like people.
Oh, thank you. So, probably Africa reporting that he went to
Emmanuel Macron Africa
of France, right?
Yeah, he made direct diplomatic
in the country. All know who Macron friend is.
Yeah,
Macron or Bobo. You know what I'm Bobo?
It's going to be beyond the pole when they kick the foot.
On the floor, when you're watching game, when they go to the floor, goes and the general run by the floor and put it back on the field. When we are playing football in France for PSG, Monaco, Macron or Bobo. They give up by the way you're playing. I give you in the ball. You know, you go to China, you can be escorting you. You know,
I know. They admire some players.
Yeah,
when
you know,
Bobo.
And when we begin playing them, we saw what France did.
Yeah.
Just one time, Paris France get 10 million worth of material and
I'm sorry to say, somebody finished to someone ago. I was saying,
you know.
Yeah, so
in that kind of situation, for brother, and let me say this to you: if President Buhari was the president of this country, would the thing, in fact, Guinea would have reached out like this.
Yeah.
Guinea would have gone to maybe ECOWAS and said, "Look, we have piece of land where we need it."
Yeah.
It would have been some kind of conference thing. Or go sit down for Jima, or go sit down for ya, and you know, say, "Yeah, well, and that would be resolve it." It wouldn't have started from military or something because Macron and President Buhari. I mean, you can talk. So in this kind of situation, that national event now, there's a national crisis.
Yeah.
The president should put a muzzle down small. Reach out. When Ellen Johnson knew that other party they were organizing April 14, you remember April 14, right? Ellen stepped down, right? When Ellen knew, when Ellen knew that the country was very tense, you know, security, internal security was becoming a challenge because she had just gone to win the 2011 election. They were
Yeah, well.
So this in time in the country was highly divided. People died.
Yeah.
Ellen knew the country was somewhere away. She went out to find people from other political persuasions to solve the problem of insecurity and disunity in the country. What did she run to?
One of the ministers called me that time and said, I mean, who the main people that were ready behind the election? They were trying to dialogue. Yeah.
I mean, when and talk to President and say, for all indication, you are the custodian of the young people in this country. If I don't talk to you, we'll go back to war. They anger too much. Joey, I don't know who can listen. I know Joey, I want to make some move. I mean, he's my friend. I'm not afraid to say it. Brother Raz, my friend, I'm not afraid to say it. I know him very well. I know you want to make some move. I know you want to make some intervention. But this government have a tendency of undercutting people.
You'll go to the glory.
And when we're taking glory, out of shame, then they want to destroy one of our connection. And when good men want to do good, and people that want to do food, sometimes the person will just be stagnated in one place and say, "No, you know what? Let me just look at what they're doing." Reach out to
right now, that man in a
reach out to the man. Reach out to the person. The French people believe in you. No, let me say this to you. Maybe in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone, in Gambia, in other Anglophone countries in West Africa, Nigeria is not popular there. But the French countries. Jawia in the Abidjan, Lalipoja message Jawia in a car, Abidjan in the traffic. They are very police who work overtime. They work overtime. Same thing as in Togo, other places. Reach out to the man and let's have a conversation. Reach out to the man. He's a bully to the Emmanuel Macron. Forget all your big shorty. Yeah, you don't want to school, Jawia, you go to school, that's true. But Joey has
somebody get degrees.
No, you know the argument. But Joey,
It doesn't make sense. I don't know.
that as faulty as it is,
Yeah.
but at the nonsense argument they can be pushing. So that's what we're saying. We are assuming without admitting. See, you say when you go to school, but you learn a sport that talking to where your degree can take you easily. Call the man, reach out. There's nothing wrong in it. You will call Macron. I mean, but we can jump on SM Brussels tomorrow. Fly to Paris. Initiate a conversation. Sometimes your power, the power you get, the position you get, it can solve some problem. Look, there are some things I want here as the general manager of the radio station. When I go chauffeur, I will not get it. Or maybe when I get in there, I will pay expensive. You understand it? But when I send somebody down the line, the person will go there, in fact, the person will get it cheaper. You know,
But you know why the people in the airport can employ more ladies? To make it work.
based on proximity. Based on proximity.
Yeah.
You see that? So sometimes all you can do is you do not a man to use the airport where you face, no problem. You sack all the men, people who are in government, no problem. You replace all the strong EPS who are in the men detail. You assign probably in the detail, no problem. You want to be on the men woman for a property where she build using foreign donors and other humanitarian people money, no problem. But this is a national security issue. Reach out to him. A serious man country will start putting together all of our best teams. Why you all looking at Alexander Cummings? Why you all looking at Belena Yuri? These are people who run the region for a longer time. Why you not reaching out? Why you not calling a national conference? That you are in power doesn't mean you have monopoly over everything. You should be having a national conference. The land in question is not United Party land. It's the land of the Republic of Liberia. In this situation, the stakeholders conference should be happening right now in Monrovia. And when for all your negotiations you into, you should be having stakeholders conference, which will include the political parties, the faith-based institutions, the civil society organization, the Liberia National Bar Association, and all of the different institutions should be on the table. The government should have a committee. Set up a committee, find somebody outside government to chair the committee. Bring the political partners together. Some of the solutions you think you have, you do not have it. Because you are in the seat of governance, you are confused. Those who are in the position, they are more relaxed, they can better think, and they can better, they are not under immense pressure.
Yeah.
So it is possible that they have the solution that you do not have. But vindictiveness will not make it.
Especially when you didn't make use of your 12 years.
Thank you.
Behind somebody.
Vindictiveness will not make it.
Well, no. If I were Braka, come on, those contacts from Ellie, you made use out of them. But you sat down here, you said you are okay. Today now.
For me, I have just one question, right? And my question is, I know that the president has reached out based on a report from Front Page Africa, because I'm not sure as to whether
You say President we are the who? President we are?
Macron.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure whether any of these ministries have written any release. Has there been anything?
No,
right?
those are
Okay.
deep information that the government is trying to.
So Front Page Africa is reporting that Joseph Boakai had made direct diplomatic contact with Macron. Yeah.
Good.
So my question is, why? I'm sorry, guys, but I want to know, why is Mr. Boakai reaching out to Mr. Macron when they present a picture as though the issue had already been resolved? I'm really concerned
So
about that.
the Bukawa come and say, look, we settle it, but Guinea decide bypass whatever the case is.
Why they can say
Whichever way the situation is,
No, I'm asking for many reasons, Mr. Khan. I'm really concerned. You know why? Because quite recently, with all of the different alarms raised by us on this platform, and we also had
they kept saying
exactly.
everything
So
okay.
why are you saying everything is okay, and you keep reaching out to someone else for intervention? So what kind of intervention? So what kind of intervention is it that the president of Guinea disrespected our president and he did not listen, even though our president had to leave from here just to go to him directly to have a conversation? They need to tell us.
And so that's what we're saying. When your house is under attack, you look for the stronger people in the family to pull up defense. In this situation, It is not a unity party thing.
We're discussing defending Liberia.
Why should step out of their green clothes while wearing?
Then they won't want to do.
Oh yes,
And put it very
and they should put the red, white, and blue on them. It is no time for you to be overly political about this country. When you are in trouble, you go for your best brains. You go for your best brains and your best assets. In this situation, you check your you may not even call Ellen Johnson. You didn't call her yet.
Maybe.
If you check your they're not even having a conversation with her. There should be a national stakeholder forum. At this time, we should be seeing Joe Barker, George Weah, Ellen Johnson in one room. Ellen, bring your phone there. Oh man, bring your phone. Call me the bull, you know. Hey, you know. Papa, Mr. President, call me the bull, you know. My son George, call me the bull, you know. There should be sitting down, working together, and forming, seeking solutions to solve the problem because it is a Liberian situation.
and that will even boost up your leadership ability to the citizens.
You not, so assuming the report from Trumpet Africa that President Baga is seeking the support from France, who do you think will be holding your hand to go to France?
No, don't do that thing.
No,
They've been around for ages.
Oh, forget that thing, man. Forget that thing. You can say
exactly what to do.
you're not even on New York, but not even know what they call fofo.
Oliver.
No, you're not understanding my
Let me just say, Oliver plan is brilliant because when you were talking about the early step down campaign, I had an interview with Vanilla Patrick and
Jando Bape and the rest of the
so
people.
I went to the UNRWA headquarters and wanted to get the UNRWA side with their presence in Liberia, and we're trying to make that contact with the UNRWA spokesperson. So one of my men said, let me go. Well, soon as I told the UNRWA spokesperson, say, the journalist I'm bringing is from George Weah radio station. Because I said, come in.
Okay.
Tell him to come. Tomorrow you should come for the interview.
So the thing is, regardless of whatever the case is, at this level, it is no UPCDC thing. Yeah, just all the people. No, call Benina Yuri. Benina Yuri here when Charles Yuri was president of this country. You think you like that joker? You is not a joker. You got his own personal connection in the region. Don't see Ellis coming like that. Ellis coming is a business tycoon. He got plenty of businesses in the South region. Some of the business people got direct grip on politicians. Oh, no, nobody will fool you. Nobody will fool you. Big business people in Africa, they got grip on politicians. So billionaires are supplying you this. What happened with that Guinea thing? Okay, listen, put your military men back. You're going to ECOWAS, let's talk. And, you know,
That's it.
so the solution that you are seeking sometimes may not come from the diplomatic channel. That also when you go to Harvard, you're going to do all that diplomatic thing in school. Some of the things need
The physical.
practical things, unconventional approaches. You know, some of the things will require you going through what is in the book, you know, public policy, foreign policy, all the nonsense. But some of the other things will require common sense. Common sense. You want to go Macron? Macron is aware why you get to the kind of power. Macron is aware how many protests you like, give a friend who are president. Macron is aware your teacher in Lima, the same way you voted first round, the same way you voted second round. Macron is aware.
And you threaten Macron for coming to when you are in opposition. He had a visit to Liberia. And the United Party folks were threatening him. And trust me, That Braga used 3 more of a 47-year experience to settle this.
And that's going to be very terrible. But let's go to the line and talk to our disabled people for 5 minutes. Then we open up the line for our people to talk. There's something happening to them. Let them come and tell us. In 5 minutes, Ruben, tell us what is happening with the disabled community.
How are you?
We're great. Go ahead.
All right. Thank God you're giving the airtime to talk what we want to say to the public. We have our National Commission on Disability office in Congo Town. Last year, I was there. There's an issue we have here, and the president suspended them, and he gave time for audit. Since December, they left to put acting director and acting deputy director. That's good. And they said they're going to audit them immediately. One way or the other, thank God it's going on. But the issue, we are disabled people in the country, we go to school. We are the ministers, director, send them together with school to prepare them. They overlook us because we didn't get a job. Because we are blind, we are crippled.
What is the main issue? Quickly, what is the main issue?
The acting director is the president gave us. You are not working in that way to disabled people. If they talk about tour, telling the accountability, the National Commission for the Disabled People.
Do you have evidence to that? That he told the people say the commission is not for those who are having disability?
100%. And then they the proof. And we are going to the country. When you went to.
Okay.
Secondly, he carried 10 persons are consulted to him. And using the disabled people are qualified.
And the 8% he carry are individuals who are not living with disability.
Not at all. And yet, a person with disability, and you told another person with disability, and they ask question one says you should be one person living with disability, or you should ever work with disability for 4 or 5 years, and you told you not.
Okay, go ahead.
So for now, the consultant job that they put giving to me or FRC in there. We are the sole person to FRC to serve for the disabled community. So we need somebody, every person will get somebody as disabled to be acting, to be okay. The delegate director is around. You can't repair. You call that person, or you take non-disabled person and put in the commission, and what we tell him to do, he want to do it. You can't level the country to go Friday.
Are you guys getting your supplier that you're supposed to be receiving? Besides he not being a disabled man and employing consultants who are not disabled people, is there any other thing that he is doing that you guys do not like?
Up to now, for December, up to now, the subsidy. He said no money. And they took 2.7 million and carry in the country, that's what country tour.
How much are you supposed to be receiving for subsidy?
It depends. Every 3 months, it depends on what we get. And the better for us is you. So, for example, each December program is also being receiving around 4,000 $1,000. But there's a march. We are not hearing anything. If either you can hear available to us, it's either you the national year of the disabled and you go over around with the acting director. If that you want to come to education 1,000 and you are posting for it. So some of them ask about the National Commission on Disability and why the Mother Parent Organization, why they are not speaking. But because you go around with the National Commission director, you go over him, so you're not speaking of anything. When you hear publicity, you're not saying a thing. I will get you no more, you call me.
Okay, so I will make our General Reservoir to get in contact with you people, and we'll find time for you to come to studio so we have a whole lengthy conversation about all of these issues.
I will be happy.
Okay.
Because you keep for the country, making report to your own people are here. Also, nobody is reported this whole policy. This is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. Yesterday, they were in a meeting, you are giving our presentation to the people. Who is all about report to?
Okay, thank you very much. We'll contact you for us to discuss this issue lengthily.
I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready to step on your platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. He's our brother Ruben. He's from the disabled community. But again, that's where we are in this area. Bob Naked, all rebels, we are not fighting war in this country. We said it. We are going to remain on it. We do not want to fight no war. We won't fight Guinea. Wait, let the problem be over. We'll dress you up, cross the Europe, we'll go with the border, go Guinea, let them know you good, and your business. But we are not going to do any fighting in this country. We're not going to do it. Your generation over. You spoil the country, you damage the country, you looked at the country, you dump people blood in the country, okay. We build our government, we kept the Baga, we backing a man in Guinea, until God will step in, the situation will be over. But we're not fighting no war yet. And we want the government to arrest them. Arrest those guys who are beating war drum. They do not have the right to tell us to take Guinea, to give Guinea ultimatum. They don't have that right. The government can be negotiating, then you give the ultimatum as a citizen. 086-500-104, 0776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Those of you in the country, call us on call us on 086-500-104, and the WhatsApp number is +231-886-500-104. Let's go to the lines and start to take the first batch of callers. This person, go ahead, 1 minute.
Yes, Oliver, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Your listener, both domestically and internationally. This is J. Randy here. Here, what I would like to say in regards to the prevailing situation in the country. You, Alexa, and I just forgot the other gentleman name next to
Jerome Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, you guys put it better, and I want to congratulate you guys. But let me just add one or two things that will enlighten the Liberian people mind. Oliver, how can a private company, a company that is not known like B Mountain or ArcelorMittal, be the one to take out to war? Can you imagine that? Let us think in for a moment. A small private company, how powerful can a company be to create a cross-border invasion by the Guineans? So here's the question the Liberian people need to be asking now. Who authorized BK Enterprise to go to the hard area and start to do what they were doing that triggered the whole thing here? Has President Boyka informed the Liberian people why that happened? So the EPA director, the Minister of Lands and Mines, and of course the Minister of Internal Affairs, these are stakeholders that are supposed to manage the affair of our country. And those are people that need to be held accountable. The President is very good at organizing our committee. So I think he needs to do that. Now, while that is going on, he should be reaching out to President Weah. He should be reaching out to Mr. Cummings to create that leadership platform that will be flying to Guinea and at the same time going to France to have this domestic but not an international resolution. But he can be running to France when the Liberian people on the ground don't even know who owns or who authorized BK to carry on that exploration. And the Guineans are not wrong. Oliver, let me put this one in. When you disturb the river bed, you are creating fissure erosion, fissure flooding, and caving in. And those things can create an altercation in the boundary line in the river. And that can cause bridges to collapse. So the Guineans are protecting themselves. Lastly, General Botneke is not the voice of today's future.
No way.
Or today's generation.
No way.
He and all his people, then they had their time, they destroy our future. So to Alexa's point, you shouldn't listen to them. And the government of Liberia, through Attorney General, if they can call Samuel Jackson, they need to call Mr. Botneke and ask him in which capacity is he speaking. Because if he's speaking like that, then that means there's no president and no leadership in our country. So he needs to be brought to the police depot to answer in which capacity and who authorized him. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. J. Randy Dapo, the newest CDCN in town. The man gave 15 bed assuming and 5 bed arrest to the headquarter construction committee project. Go ahead, this person. Let's hear you. How you doing? What's your name?
Hey, okay. This is Joseph calling from New York, and so Alexa and I, Jerome. Look, let me tell you, man. I don't know about you guys. It's just that the lies, they can't coexist. It's like water and oil. They just believe in lies. Everything they do is just lie. Why can't you come all plain to the Liberian people and explain to them what is unfolding? But nothing. And now they are rubber there to call, how to call it, Botneke. Where you got your military training from? You have kept our children enough. The blood you have shared it enough.
Yeah.
We tired. We got your future that are coming on, our generation or the generation of the nation. We want to keep those people safe from you. You are not anybody to have impact on them. So please do not bring out your blood signal that is in you on the future of the nation. Carry that thing somewhere else and go exercise it there. You are killing enough children. Those were children that were not on the front line. You were butchering them that from your own ones were hurting. When you were cutting it and taking the hand off. That's the kind of thing you want. You think I want children want to live through? You are a killer. You didn't hide behind the Bible. But this man is a murderer, not a decent human being. This is a devil. You know why he probably brought me? Because they are all dancing with the devil. Brother, God bless you all, man.
Okay.
We don't hear to be put on criminals.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to Man CC, who is not feeling too good. Go ahead, man, Sisi. We wish you speedy recovery.
I am doing.
We're good.
I will not put all your shoe on my bed, on my sick bed. You know what I
No?
Please, I beg you. They may have to 2 years experience in born before judge. Their children will not be talking about telling me. Or he said, oh, then he was there to say, you know, nobody. Please, I beg you, what for you? What for your job, what thing? And your party, I can't see nothing about it. People do everything. And they never bought them. And the one thing is go to a friend. The old friend are coming on the same day for 2 hours or 72 hours. They have forgotten to go to a friend. So do not bring people. When they were opposition, but now they're taking their toes, telling. So please remember, when they never see jobs, they are in anything to come with here. How can they going to get it? Okay. What I would say? They pass him as a boss, then they met him with Jeffrey. What will he say? Why will you go with President Buck? Why do you find people that are we have begged you. You know you know nothing. Any phone boy not getting the next phone. I know my son, and then what he gonna be? He might show me that
Okay, all right, man. Sisi, go. Relax yourself. I agree. Let's talk to the president. Go ahead, 1 minute. Go ahead.
The official spokesperson of the Venezuela movement, President Boga, this government is a failure to the people. Because President Boga banned a government for a youth time until this time. We have been do good for the people. He is the president now. Everything is into his hand to run a good decision or run a good leadership. It's not happening on a daily work for our country. He can be a leader and get back to the place. Nothing. You're president, you're minister, and there. You bound and vice president, and now you are president to be a bad people that people is not able, and you control the lives of the people, and they will run for our country. You can't do that kind. And that person again and people do the right thing because this country is belong to the people, and you get back to the people because they are giving power, giving social benefit. But that be always either a bad thing happen to our country, and our country is going backward and they will go. They do it and do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We go to the States and we go back to the US and talk to this person. Go ahead. Let's hear you 1 minute. Bob, they can say and get Guinea out the midterm. What do you say?
Yeah, good afternoon and KOK and to Jerome and to Elefa. She have left already because I'm watching you guys on my screen.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, so you see, it's so funny, but you know, KOK, Badnike is not speaking for nothing. It is Badnike that President Baka was depending on what he says that if he don't win the election, that we finish, we end. And but Badnike have always done that. Every time Badnike hear people talking about Baka, his body show. He want to kill. He did that to Yakakoruba in Great Year. He took a whole group, bought a brand new pickup for a group. So Badnike got the right to say what he's saying because he is saying all of the administration of Baka. There's no condemnation. In fact, he is ill for what he's saying. He's ill for what he's saying. When Baka took over, the first place, our first lady, to go to orphanage home to donate, to go to the discover home to donate, he was to Badnike. In fact, the first lady of the Republic, like what Katibu Baka said, she had been a admirer of Badnike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Badnike fought the bro Osmo power. What you think you say?
All right. So Badnike can say anything. Who is Badnike? Who know him? Why he went to school? Why a military treat? Why a background? They tell you when you go AK-5 and want to kill people and eat more being that you can fight? Is that what they call conventional war? Look, why it's true that we are frustrated about the lies that the government is carrying on, deceiving our own citizens. Okay, they got it terrible. They say you can lie to somebody. But if you lie to yourself, when yourself says you can feed it, Let me say the Liberian way. Liberians and the government of Liberia is not lying to the Guineans. They are lying to themselves. With the citizens of Liberia being moved from their villages, they keep going to their houses. Well, this is frustrating. Okay, let this government try to stir up something. Let them.
Okay, thank you.
Now people farm the rest is only farm spotting. People can go on their farm, people are not moving freely. Children in various villages are not going to school. Is the government concerned?
Thank you. We gotta leave you and go. Musa said, brother, leave you and talk to the president. Go ahead, let's hear you quickly, no time.
Yeah, thank you. This is Edmond Carr. Oliver, before you reach out to your friend, there must be a relationship. So as we speak, what is the relationship between President Weah and current President Joe Biden? There is no relationship.
After you
what we have said.
Hold on, there is a breaking news. The Liberian government just issued a statement. So after you will be reading the statement. Go ahead, quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's not about what they are saying that no journalist should comment on the issue the way.
And make your input, bro.
Okay. So as I was saying, what is the relationship between the two persons? Because there will be a relationship before you reach out to your friend, and they'll reach out to you because there's a relationship. But that's what we have been saying. That said the president took over. He didn't know that he was supposed to govern. One person win as a president, and the Equal Commission told him. But what you do, you unite the country and also will develop it. But you change the we are accepting everywhere you go, including his supporter. You put them down for job. Then in the midst of the trouble, the time that you went to hold first problem with him, to talk to him to see how bad he can reach out to his friend, to settle problem in Liberia. No! Hello, naked Paul shouldn't have space here. Going Brahma Helen Johnson Senator, you didn't hear anybody called naked Paul. Green President, we are done. You didn't hear anybody called naked Paul. Those of us that were here, Green Paul said the experience that we have without credit. When we hear a need, we can be treating. Because he's not just carrying the need that cannot pick up or not carry the need cannot pick up or not. The need reflects on him. He was naked, dragging his mouth brown into this. What? And fighting on the street of your year. Those days are gone. You can't do that here right now. No, man. Look, the guys are speaking with authority. They are speaking with authority. Somebody is talking to this guy behind the scene. Somebody is telling them to be on the waiting list. They will come for them. This is like being here. All the war that took place here, we are fully aware of all the fashion killer, what happened, what they happy. I just started for the people of local country. They are not like that. They are not neglected. We are not the United Party, but we are in sympathy with them. Because this is a person that is so much believing. This is a traditional offer that is so much law. Here we are. They are running away from their farm. They are leaving their chicken. They are leaving their horse. They are leaving their animal. They are leaving their farm. And nobody is there to be there for them to get them home. But instead, they are saying we should go to them and receive all and go fight. But the president to conclude, the information minister, that gets the pay. Because when the information minister comes, say people should volunteer to go fight in the local country. Why you will not see local country anything we ready? So the government is reckless.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're not going to read the whole statement, the information ministry issue. It is just the same thing. Baga went to Guinea. The two presidents had meeting. President Baga and Bio flew in the same plane. That is what we reduced to do. And the government, the three countries had signed a joint communique. They agreed to go to status quo, but the Guinea minister are our lane, right? So at the end of the day, people should be cautious that while the government respects freedom of speech in the press, the government will take legal action against people who will make comments that will escalate tension. Go arrest Bob Naked. Your campaign, you don't want money your vote. Go arrest Bob Naked. You can't win more, right?
At which point they are saying they're going to arrest?
No, they said they're going to take legal action against people who will be making comments that will escalate the situation.
So
comments that will undermine what is currently going on. So
what do you mean comments that will undermine what is going on in the first place?
Good. So
because it seems like the government doesn't know what's going on.
The government confused because you came back the last time and you told us that everything is under control. So one of the comments, so if you want to arrest somebody, go arrest Jeremy Pia. Because Pia was the one who generally asked a simple question. He said, if you think the government not doing anything,
they will take arms.
Avail yourself, we will arm you. Then you go to the border.
Like it also escalates.
But that was the official position of the government. Pia is the spokesperson of the government, right? So if a journalist asks you a question and say, why you want to do that? I can't wait.
What's the
go ahead. Let me find the tape. The lion can say my witness across the river where? Yeah, you should.
Everyone should stop doing comedy video, man. Because what's going on? You tell.
You should give me a word to president for giving us this information.
Where is the Jeremy Pia?
And also,
let me Pia something again.
I know. You see the thing I was telling you earlier on.
Yeah, every time
everybody go against the thing.
I want the Jeremy Pia clip.
So they're trying.
When you said when you want for a good friend.
They're trying to put this into writing so that maybe Yeke could be held accountable for what he said. And they're also forgetting that, you mentioned that anyway from the Minister of Information when he had the press conference.
Quickly, I will play it. I'm trying to find it. Joe, go ahead, Princess. Yeah, continue.
I mean, what's going on? That's because the thing you didn't tell someone say, don't worry, I finished settling your school fee. Go ahead,
go to school.
I go to school.
So the message they will arrest. Oh my God!
It's crazy.
Trying to find it.
Let me see. There was an image that we read that day. We read it that day. You know,
I won't play it. We don't have a government all over. We have a bunch of people who feel that they choose lies over the reality.
I mean, don't intimidate the people. They're not going to work. What are we doing today? The general government said they were doing what we're doing today. Cautioning, them to refrain from making reckless comments.
We play their role.
We've been doing this thing.
Now, I understand what man says is very
we play your role, then you come out.
So this is exactly what he said.
And we got a video.
And he said, I see people on social media expressing anger, saying our territorial sovereignty. Do you have the video now?
The red me send it to me. Yeah, the red me send the video to me. Let me punch it. But come listen. So the government should be arresting Jeremy Pia. Because Pia is the one who, out of all of the words in the dictionary.
Until he said the people are able to so I can believe me. Because what is that?
Okay, so
he had his followers or ministers and assistant ministers saying that was one of the best responses ever.
People could say, what are going to do this year?
If you're hailing him for that response,
is that you want to so you can go to the Buddha, see if people not doing anything. You know what the rebels in? Apparently, they got motivated from the information minister. Because when you sound like that, it means you know that particular suggestion is the best way, but you are incapacitated to do it. So that's why you want people who get the strength to go and do it. Maybe that one again come out and say, well, like the government are able. So the government should stop talking recklessly first. And the first thing, the reckless talking should stop from the government. Then we can go to other actors. You saw how we dealt with Bonegi and the rebels here, right? The former rebels. You know, yeah. Everyone will be brave, happy to identify themselves as rebels.
It seems like these people have an organization. I'm not lying to you. Because how?
So whatever the case
they
is,
have an organization. We'll find out one day.
Whatever the case is, our submission on this issue, and I'm gonna wrap up on it. Is we're out of time. We condemn Bob Mickey. We condemn the rebels. We're also condemning anybody who will make comments that are capable of inflicting injuries on the Liberian people and the people of Guinea and the sub-region, while at the same time calling on the government to be open. Every day you issue a release like the way you issue today, and say a communication was signed, a agreement was read, whatever you go to status quo, but Guinea keep adding on.
That's part of the
communities where they were seizing. The time you wrote the communique, Guinea already saw it.
That's part of the directive.
Right now they are inking it. That's part of the withdrawal. Yeah, you understand it? You know? So you can keep talking about be bold enough. Okay, they say they got diplomatic language. When the men break relationship, you don't go back to be responding and say, "Oh, the people who agree on Guinea broke it." They say diplomatically, they say it's not correct. Okay, so if it's not correct diplomatically, there is another way you can communicate to us. Then we know what is happening. But to just keep us with the mindset that okay, everything is okay. When the people go to the border, let all of them they're telling Joe Baga say they don't get food. People to the border, they helpless. Unity Party should stop propaganda. Propaganda go for election in 2026, 2029, propaganda year. I told the government to think propaganda will save you from every problem. You're joking. They say nothing we're dealing with the country. Oh no, there's a responsible government coming, and that's how those when LEC come out with one statement. You know, we LEC said we had issue with the national grid. You remember, Jero? When LEC started the whole issue, when LEC started, the LEC government came out and said that their wiring system, we have technical problems that what they were solving.
They measured about the hours or months.
In fact, the first release the issue when the current started doing permits on it was the first million where when the current started being unstable. The permit is a local because I mean I was showing a resume with the people that would choose to do it. But instead of coming to say we are incapacitated at the moment, everyone said, but they don't forget right? They didn't know. They lied at that moment, say had the breeze was blowing. But they want to say they want to call their connection. You know, so they needed to go do relining of the wire, everything. You finish relining the wire, almost 3 months now. Current still off and on. At the end of the day, shall we say, but that's the way on. Me, I'm a technician. I'm not a politician. I can't tell you what you go. But all the people will not paying their money. And I want to put coin our low.
Disgrace.
So the thing was running over for ever since that's what they came to talk about. But then I think with the first scholarship, Nicotech scholarship.
Then you are lucky.
The Nicotech scholarship was never a good thing. What they call it, how they call the ball, Matthew Yimbu, they raised the issue. So that's a young then the rest of the Unity Party rescue people started defending, cursing Matthew Yimbu and all the people that insulting them. At the end of the day, what did they do? They suspended the Nicotech something. They brought us in nonsense with the Ghanaian bosses. We started flagging, said the bosses want to bring in, putting Ghana costing more for it. They didn't listen to the boss. Oh, bosses blinded on the bosses in front of the executive mansion to prove what? In the net, they got to pass the bosses, you look at two, and the bosses went to Alabama. Yeah, Sonny going to look at people. And the yellow machine king. It's a best free king from best free. Echo Benjamin give a loan, Echo Ben gave a loan. We already pay from paying. We put it on the shit to carry it back. This will be another one. So every day you keep politics is not the solution. A government must be willing to live up to the reality. The best thing you can do is to tell the people what is happening. My people, we went to an arrangement that we were promised, but from all indication, our counterpart are not living up to the promise. But even at that, we are still going to continue negotiating with them because we believe peace is the way forward. No, say this to the Liberian people and let's see what I will not tell you. Thank you. But what are you passing around? And the nonsense I can hear me. Go read the statement. Yeah, we are handling the metro. The working metro. You keep doing immaturity. You keep doing plenty irresponsible things, and every time you do, running mature. They say it's maturity like in the month.
Every day.
Like in the month. Now you know the couldn't do the Solomon couldn't do all the other do you come and start taking everything in the place.
Come on, no, and so I wait for you. Very reach that part.
Once is in the fire. Once is in the fire, not safe. We gotta go home, my people.
I just want to go like Oliver. I will just go like this. Anybody who can forget, that person can lie.
Yeah.
Once you can forget, you can lie. Because at the end of the day, you feel forgetting that you feel lying.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can say differently.
I see me there. Maybe I said I know one person the king girl.
They might feel forgetting that he finished 30 people that he get going.
Oh yeah.
Now somebody saying oh, you're doing it. Then you say anybody who create the kind of environment unstable, you'll be responsible. But that's it. We started with 8 and we'll end with 8. Once it is prophesied, nobody will stop it. She said we're talking about war will come, and we see people fighting war.
Mm-hmm.
People say Baga, another red man, get Baga a country, people will suffer.
They said there will be calamity.
There will be calamity. You cry. And like you are crying, yeah, let me go rest here. Masisi, we wish you well.
Alexa.
So,
Quickly we gotta go.
Before we go. The project in Foya, right? The 10 million, is it in Foya?
In Foya, President about your project.
So why didn't they have the meeting there temporarily, other than going?
You're not dedicated.
No, not matter. They can try. They can like emergency
not even the president project. It's not even my project.
No, it's an emergency. So at least they're done there.
Okay, that's it.
You can't have to do that. The people are not construction. Look, you all the lie you keep doing. The guys were. The whole government got to go to SAD one day and apologize. They got to pray, apologize, ask for forgiveness.
When they will take blood plastic, all the lies are carried to Baga.
I forget the ball and lie. We'll leave you and return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. Remain prayerful. Keep praying for the country.
Yes, please.
We're not for war. When you go pray tonight, you must put born niggas in your prayer. You must pray against them. But don't call any born niggas. Say the former level. Now, you can be praying. You say born niggas inside.
No, what are you saying? You not say God know your heart.
God know your heart. God knows what you do. So pray against them. They are evil. They are evil people. Those who want to fight in the country, they are evil. We stay with our government. At the same time, ask our government to be responsible.
Be truthful.
Be truthful to us.
Okay, that's the real thing.
Yeah, the government should be responsible. I didn't put challenge with anything. You can be hiding from the reality. Be open up to the people, because when you open up to the people, then themselves will know how to go about, the issue. Lack of information, lack of trust. Mm-hmm. When people ain't got trust in you, so now you get your own mandate. That's why I'm talking. Say, why are you not breaking house these days all demolition?
Oh no, I'm trying to get out.
Why are you not breaking house? You can't even necessarily time with necessarily number time. Oh, people in class, you law to go against somebody.
Remember what I said the other day? I said one day we're gonna be here, and in the morning we'll get it that someone will say it. Liberia no longer belongs to Liberians. I think it has started.
So maybe the Nigerian prophet, maybe the prophet is living on that. But we'll be on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. It has been an Jerome Roosevelt, Alexa Vanda Curry, and KOK presentation, a production of FCI. We'll see you on tomorrow. God bless you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh no. Somebody disappeared. Somebody, yes. Somebody.
What happened?
They got a real song in the photo. It shouldn't be.
Oliver get lying here now, my people. I hope you're saying that he's copying from me.
Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you. I mean, my son cannot play. But we'll see you. We'll see you in another time. Bye bye.
I guess what? Everyone come and play.